Do you know why? The people that can hurt you or upset you the most are the ones that are closest to you. This is not simply a distance problem. There is a profound reason why you pick specific people or relationships and receive specific treatments from them in your life, and that is, my friend, is what we're going to talk about in this video. By the end of this video, I want you to uncover the reason why you pick certain relationships or people, or you get specific treatments from them, and you will build the muscle to change your relationships and change your reality without changing the other person or the 3D. Let's get into it. I like to be educated, but I'm so frustrated. Welcome to Creative Transformation. My name is Aslı and my mission is to help you align with your desired version so that you can magnetize your desired reality with ease and joy. So before we go into changing our reality, I just want to show you why you pick certain relationships or people and let them get closer to you. Actually, there are 3 different layers of making this choice, and first one is your subconscious mind. So it's basically the very core belief you hold in your subconscious mind that is actually manifesting itself and affirming itself by making certain choices. If you believe deep down that you don't deserve ease or success comes through hardship, you will probably pick very difficult people, and your relationships also will be based on fixing things or going through hardships. That's only natural. And the second layer of making this choice is actually frequency. Your dominant beliefs vibrate on a specific frequency. And in the same example, if I believe I am not worthy of ease, the frequency of unworthiness, of abundance, ease, love, joy is gonna manifest itself, because the frequency you align with will be your reality. And not only the frequency becomes your reality, but you are the person matching a specific frequency, seeing a specific reality, and interpreting this specific reality through these lenses, right? How you vibrate on a constant basis, dominantly in your subconscious, is how you shape your reality, and it is always coming down to your subconscious beliefs. And the third layer of making this choice is on a consciousness level, on a soul level. Before we come to this world for our human experience, we made soul contracts. And in those contracts, we actually agreed to go through these hardships, to meet these people or have these experiences, even the heartbreaks. We agreed to them because we knew we were capable of overcoming them, and we knew we had the potential to unleash through them. That's a gorgeous, relieving truth that you can overcome whatever you're going through in your life, in any relationships, whether it be with your romantic partner, family, friends, work, or with money. You are capable of bettering it, you are capable of elevating it, and you hold that potential within you that is waiting to be unleashed through the inner work we'll do in this video. So what I want you to remember forever, like never let it slip by, is that whoever is the owner of a feeling or emotion is the one who is responsible. You might think people are making you angry, they are treating you unfairly, or you don't get the love you deserve, the respect you deserve, and it seems like it's their mistake. Or you try everything but you can't still change it or make them see it. It is never about them or the reality. Never. It is the one who is holding the emotion, who has the wound, has the feeling, is responsible. This is our responsibility because it's our feelings, it's our emotions, it's our body. It's our journey, right? This is our lives. And why do I say this is because just a couple weeks back, I visited my family. My plane landed. 25 minutes later, I found myself so angry at my mother. So angry. And I was thinking, what makes me so angry about her? Or what she said? Because if the same conversation was coming from the next table, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even hear it. But when it is my mother, it's doing something to me, like it's killing me. And then I just remembered that principle that I just told you. It is my feeling, it is my anger, it is my responsibility. She is not doing anything. Even though if she was being unrespectful or giving me an unfair treatment, it is still my responsibility. And you will know why in a minute. After that, remembering, I asked myself the questions that I will give you in this video, and I figured the reason why what my mother said makes me so angry is because I was afraid that what she says was gonna have an effect on my life. As if she was the one making the rules for my life. I was caring about what she thinks, what she says so much because I was afraid of losing my freedom. So it was my fear deep down making me feel angry at my mother because she was just telling me about her opinions. Isn't it nonsense? She has nothing to do with me. And as I said, even she said something about my life or myself, she was still not responsible. And the second thing I want you to remember is that when you know there is nothing to change outside in others, in their behaviors, and there's only one thing to change in yourself, you become the master of your reality. This is pure self-mastery, and that's a very powerful skill because you can also use it to your advantage in everywhere. If the reality is only reflecting from within, then when I change my behaviors, how I feel, how I believe, then I can change the reality. It's as simple as that. And that makes me a master of my reality. And that takes the least effort, the minimum effort, because I don't need to deal with these long conversations and trying to be right or wrong or making a point, proving myself. I'm freed from all of that conversations or confronting the other person, but I am changing myself. But this seems like easier, but actually this is the difficult choice, this is the harder choice, because when it comes to working on ourselves and changing ourselves, that means making the healthy choices, improving yourself, or facing your shadow, accepting your vulnerabilities. And that takes courage, that takes compassion. But we are here for that, right? We know we are responsible and we know we've made that choice on a conscious, unconscious, and soul level. So there is something for us in this experience, even when it's negative, even when it seems like it's not to our advantage, to our highest good. So let's get into that part. Why you pick specific people and relationships or treatments is because your soul knows that you can shed the light onto your shadows through observing your emotions and feelings, doing the inner work, and shedding that light onto your shadows, onto your limiting beliefs, and also maybe peeling the layers of ego and freeing yourself to become the most authentic version of yourself. That's truly it. We are trying to change our limiting beliefs, the core beliefs that are not serving to our highest good. And the reason why we pick those people is because simply we have that limiting belief. or we receive that treatment because somehow, even with the best people in our life or even with money, after some point we mess things up. We are self-sabotaging. Why do you think that is? It's because we hold that belief deeply ingrained, because it's not on the surface, we're not aware of it, but somehow at some place it's coming to the surface, it's affecting the reality. So we find those beliefs and shadows and emotional needs that were unmet once, and then we are reframing it, we are healing, we are becoming better versions, we are changing how we feel about ourselves, our relationships, and also life. We know that there is growth in that process, right? The reason why we pick these relationships is because we want to grow through them, through this experience. We know we can grow, we know we can overcome, therefore we pick them, and now it is the time to do the inner work. So there is no blame to put on other people, but also on yourself. When I say we are the responsible ones from the situation, because we have the feeling, we have the wounds, it's not to blame ourselves for what is going on in the reality. It is only to give you that power to change your reality by taking away from other people, by taking away from 3D, by taking away from the situations or circumstances and giving it back to yourself, reclaiming that power. It is my responsibility, it is my reality, and I'm the one who can change it by changing my inner world. That's it. I don't want to see you in victimhood mindset. You are not a victim, or you are not the one to blame. You are the master. You are the puppet master. You are the reality master. You are the one that is writing that scenario and also acting in that play. So before we go into the inner work questions, what's to keep in mind and what will help you take it very light and easy in the reality, in the thick of it, when you have these moments where you're not really happy with the situation, is the perspective that what you see in the reality is filtered through your lenses. Okay? Because we have these beliefs, we are seeing the reality through these lenses. Like, if I believe I'm not worthy of love, even though the other person gives me all the love that he can, I'm always going to be thinking, he's not giving his best, or he's not giving me the love I deserve. So that's my interpretation. That's not a fact. That's not the truth. It's my interpretation because I have that limiting belief. I just want you to remember this when you're working on your relationships, even with money. If you think you don't have enough, or money always leaves you, or love always leaves you, it's not because they truly leave you, but it's because you have that belief that maybe you're not worthy of it, or maybe you need to earn it through hardship. So it feels like they are leaving you. What's going on in the 3D, it's not how you see it. Just keep that in mind and don't believe in your own eyes. Let's get into the inner work. When you see someone giving you the treatment you don't deserve, or arousing some feelings in you that you're not very happy with, let's do this. First of all, raise this awareness and name what you feel. Name how you think. What's going on inside of you right now? Are you angry? Are you upset? What do you think? Like, do you have these thoughts that you are not loved, you are not worthy, you are mistreated? Name this, or also you can ask yourselves about the cycles, about the repeating patterns in your life. Like, what's really that pattern in my relationship with money or with my romantic partner? What is repeating in my life? And then ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why do I think this way? What do I really believe about this? And I highly encourage you to ask this question over and over and over again, like 5 to 7 times maybe, until you go to the core belief. Because even though we have these beliefs like money is hard to make, or love always leaves me, or men are cheaters, the core belief is not men are cheaters. The core belief possibly gonna be something like, I don't deserve love. I don't deserve a healthy, committed relationship. It comes down to our worthiness, deservingness. So I encourage you to do this and find a core belief. And afterwards, you will see this is not serving you. It doesn't help you have that relationship that you want, have that money that you want, that you desire. Therefore, it is time to release it. And when we release it, we don't hold that belief anymore. All the emotions, reactions, and thoughts, or actions and decisions, everything connected to that belief, driven from this belief, somehow related to this belief, should be released from your system. It could be in your nervous system. It could be in those tiny little moments where you feel nervous or not safe, or could be tightness in your body, somewhere in your body. So releasing all of that means having a new belief instead, the opposite belief, the belief that will serve you to have the desire you want, you deserve. So what I mean is, you have that belief that I'm not deserving a healthy relationship, okay? So now I'm releasing everything related to that belief. Every action, every reaction, every nervous system reaction. And when I do that, I am going to ingrain another belief instead of it. When I go on a date, I'm not going to be the person who believes that she doesn't deserve a healthy, committed relationship. Instead, I'm going to feel, act, and think and behave like the woman who deserves healthy, committed relationship. She is deserving of love, unconditional love, and she knows her worth, who knows her standards. So I'm going to be this person, therefore I need to have my new belief. I'm deserving of unconditional love. And in the fourth step, that comes exercising, embodying this new version. It's not only about picking the new line of affirmation and saying it 5 to 10 times a day. It's about embodying this identity and this belief system 24/7. That's the difference. We are not waiting to become a future self. We are not trying techniques to manifest, but we are embodying a new identity right now in the present moment. So this full true presence in the moment with this new identity is how we're gonna teach our nervous system and our subconscious that this is safe. It is safe to relax into this relationship. It is safe to have that belief. It is safe to not react to my partner. It is safe to not be suspicious about whether he's cheating on me or not. It is okay. I don't need to make drama anymore. That was my old reality. During this time, this will help you a lot, like crazy. I want you to ignore everything that you don't like in the current reality, everything that resembles of your old identity, your old frequency, your old reality. Just ghost it, because when you give any emotional reaction to it other than gratitude, peace and joy, you are actually giving away that power to this reality and person to change your emotional state, change the organization of your inner world, and change how you feel, how you believe, how you think. Basically, you're giving away the power to control your reality. So I want you to hold all your power in your own hands and stay unbothered. Okay? Just stay unbothered. Don't give your focus, don't give your attention. Your currency is your attention. And don't just waste it on the old reality or the current reality, because it's going to take some time for your subconscious, for your nervous system to get used to the new reality, to normalize the new reality. Of course it will. It's been 20, 30 years that you've been repeating the same patterns, and now you're making a shift. Okay, this is shocking. This is threatening. This is like, what's going on? It's in a shock, and it will try to get you back to the comfort zone, which is making the drama, being unworthy, being left, being cheated on, or being strict with money, whatever. It's going to try to take you back to that comfort zone. Even though it's not comfortable to you on a conscious level, this is what your body feels safe in, how your nervous system was programmed, how your subconscious mind was programmed with. Just in that couple minutes, whatever I said, every word, every sentence, I have a specific video on this. So don't forget to check out my other videos. But let's go back. If it tries to get you back to your comfort zone, which is not really comfortable, but what is familiar to your system, you're gonna have these test moments where you need to stick to the new reality, ghost the current reality, and embody the new version despite the 3D reality, despite this treatment, despite not seeing the numbers on your bank account or not getting flowers from your partner, whatever. You need to ghost the reality, have your emotions in control, regulate your nervous system, and stick to your new belief, stick to your new identity. After some point, you will start seeing results, changes in the reality, but once you're fully aligned, and it is now your identity, who you are and how you are, you will see your whole reality shift. It doesn't need to take time, like everything I said until this far. After you've done the inner work, you start embodying the new version. Change can happen anytime because manifestation takes alignment, not time. The more you aligned, the faster it manifests. If you want to magnetize your desires with your feminine energy, effortlessly, naturally, and with fun and joy and abundance, check out my special program, Magnetic Feminine Portal. We have transformed many lives, including mine, with that work, and it's so powerful. It's that deep inner work, all the perspective and everything related to becoming the goddess that you already are. It is really transformative, and I am so proud of that work. I highly encourage you to check that link down below in the description box. I'm running a launch discount. You can join now and start becoming that beautiful goddess that you are today. If you find this video helpful, comment below and tell me how this landed for you. And if you found this video useful, hit that subscribe button so that we can reconnect in later videos. Love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.